Medic on the Mic is a new series by Georgia HOSA that aims to aid future health professionals in finding potential careers, clarify what specific jobs in medicine entail, and give exposure to more niche specialties. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy this episode of Medic on the Mic. All right, and can you introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Dr. Rausch, and I'm an associate professor of clinical mental health counseling at Augusta University, and this is my 10th year of teaching. I do that for probably an hour a day, and then I go back and I write on my computer until it's time to get dressed and head to work. I teach in the summer from 5 p.m. to 9:45 p.m. In the regular semesters, I teach 5 to 7:45 p.m. So come with me while I teach a class. Just sat through an hour and a half meeting. On to the next thing.
From 5 to 7, I answer emails. I edit papers for students. I grade students' papers. I work on my own writing. And I drink a lot of coffee. Lots and lots of coffee.
It's been a long day, but it's always a good day. And I'm setting my alarm. Start all over again tomorrow. We do these jobs because we love what we do. And we love helping people and serving them and being something good in their life. So you'll be sleepy, but it'll be all right.
So my campus is not the campus that you want to work with, which is fine, but this campus down here, we can figure out.
So what you've seen from myself, my project, what I've been doing, Gianna White, the president-elect, what do you think about HOSA? What is your impression of HOSA?
Well, I've been really thrilled with it. I think that here we have this group of individuals in high school already preparing for the future. And they've got this sense of community and this sense of advocacy for each other, this sense of we know that the road ahead won't necessarily be easy. However, let's plan ahead. Let's have a leadership. Gianna, you've been a great leader for your folks. And let's surround each other with this sense of community, this sense of support. Let's figure out what we need and then make it this sort of lifestyle so that it's just in us to advocate, to work on prevention, to work on how do we help our fellow community members. And so I've been thrilled with it. I can't believe that we don't have as many chapters moving forward as we do here in Augusta. I think that y'all are just really rocking it.
So being a medical professional, what kind of people have you worked with?
Okay, so I kind of had the range. So I started out working with 11 to 17-year-old males who are on probation. I worked specifically with those groups in an intensive outpatient day treatment setting. And then I worked with foster care kiddos. I've worked in the social work arena with parents and families, kind of help reunify, make sure that everybody has the supports, the health supports, the mental health supports, the food and safety and shelter and all those supports too. So I've done that. I've worked with folks ages 18 to 92, making sure that they have whatever they need developmentally. So each stage of our life, we need different things in terms of our goals, in terms of our mental health, in terms of our physical health and well-being. We need to address different pieces of our life and make sure that we're hitting those so that we can be as healthy as possible in all arenas. And so I've worked with folks that entire gamut in lots of different settings. So in a clinic, I've worked outpatient, I've done counseling in a gym. So I used to be a personal trainer, and we would work out in a private room and do counseling that way to do a holistic mind-body connection. So I've worked with folks in and out, in their personal homes, in orphanages, you name it. I go to where they are because that helps me get access to them, and access is really important, as you know, in mental health.
So what is your favorite part of your job?
My students. My students, because I see the light and that passion in them and their desire to learn and help, whether it's prevention, whether it's intervention, whether it's postvention. My students are a delight. When they share their lives with me and we can have this sort of family going through this really arduous, rigorous curriculum, we want to make sure that I'm on board with them, that we're a team, that their success is my success. I want to help them as they move through it. It is not easy. Okay, you're going to have emotional times, you're going to have stressful times, you're going to have tests, quizzes, papers, etc. We want to make sure that you're getting what you need out of that, but also getting what you need for yourself to remain a healthy, well human. So my students are by far my favorite part of my job, hands down. I'm honored to work with them.
So what was the journey like actually becoming a professor?
Well, I wanted to work in the field because I think that you can have the academic knowledge, but you also have to have the hands-on experience. And so I worked in the field for a decade or so before I became a professor. I really wanted that experience so that I can use those stories when I teach my students. So I really didn't even know if I would become a professor. I thought that maybe I would write programs for couples and couples therapy, weekend retreats kind of thing. I did work for the VA for a while doing neuropsych assessments and research. And I thought I would be totally happy working in those environments. But then I got a chance to teach at the University of Iowa, and I fell in love with it, and I knew it was nothing other than that. So that was my journey to teaching.
So if you had to give a personal message to the HOSA members watching this new first Medic on the Mic episode, what would it be?
It's something I tell all my students. It's that the best gift you can give the world is to figure out who you are as your authentic self and be that person 100%. That is the absolute best gift you can give the world.
All right, and thank you so much for being our very first medical professional for Medic on the Mic.
Of course, thanks for all the work that you all do and all the work that you'll do in the